What's up, folks? I'm Bekah Rottenberg, founder of Brave Endeavors, Mountain Bike Skills and Strength Training. Today, we're gonna go over the most important mountain bike skill, which is how to help you find your balanced ride position. If you ever feel like you're death gripping the bars, hanging off the back of the bike, squeezing the nose of the saddle, or getting down the trail feels more like surviving than thriving, stick around because I'm going to help you ride with more confidence and have more fun. I'm a mountain bike coach who works with a lot of kids and adults, mostly adult women. And we always start by going over our balanced ride position. But before we do that, I want to go over a couple common myths or misperceptions that I often encounter. So number one is when we're riding a bike, we want to be standing. We do not want to be sitting on the saddle unless we're pedaling. Number two is death gripping the bars or leaning into the bars too much. Number three is having our elbows in. Number four is hanging off the back of the bike. Number five is staying really tall and being rigid. And then number six is staying too low and crouched down the whole time. Mountain biking is a feeling. We want to feel balanced. And I always like to start with the athlete first mentality, which is we're athletes before we're mountain bikers. So that means we want to find balance and control in our body before we find balance and control on the bike. So I want you to do this with me. Go ahead, stand up, wiggle around a little bit, loosen up the hips and the shoulders, and then we're going to jump up and land in a staggered stance. One of the weird things about mountain biking is we live in this staggered stance position. So everyone has foot dominance. You have one foot that you prefer to ride with in back. Don't fight it, just go with it, all right? And just tip, it affects your cornering, right? There's one direction everyone feels more comfortable cornering. We'll get into that in a different video. So we're in this staggered stance. Now what I want you to do is roll your shoulders, really relax that upper body, get out of what I call zoom posture. So we want to open up at the chest and really sink into your feet, drive those elbows up and out. So I call this eagle arms. We want one finger sticking out. That one finger is going to be covering or resting on your brake levers. And then from here, think about closing a car door with your butt or touching the wall with your butt. So send your hips back a little bit. And now we can bend at the knees, flex the ankles a little bit, get nice and low. Here, this is our balanced ride position. Notice it's your feet up through your hips and your core that's supporting you. You're not falling or collapsing on the bars. Things I like to think about to help you find that balanced ride position. Number one is this idea of if the bike were to disappear out from under you, you want to land on your feet. You can imagine if you're hanging off the bars and the bike were to disappear, you'd land on your butt. Or if you're too far forwards and you're pressing into the bars or relying on the bars for support, you'd land on your face. Not optimal. Other cues I like to think about, number two, this idea of lava bars. I like to envision the handlebars are made of hot lava and you're gonna burn your hands if you press into them too hard. Or number three, a cue that works for a lot of people is heavy feet, light hands, and just repeat that to yourself over and over as you're riding. So remember I said that I work with kids? I call that high ready position proud panther. When we're in proud panther, we want our feet to be level. I call that pancake pedals with the kids. Or you could just think your feet are level. We want those elbows up and out, right? We don't want the elbows in here. When our elbows are out here, that allows us to maneuver the bike from side to side and really absorb features as they come up or press the bike into the trail as it moves away from us. We want one finger resting on the brake levers so we can brake really fast when we need to. We want our eyes looking up and out, chin over the stem. And we want the elbows and the knees relaxed, not super locked out and not super bent, right? So we always want to be here and then have access to bending at the hips and bending at the knees, as well as the elbows and the ankles. And this, my friends, is what makes us good mountain bikers. When we can be moving, we can be dynamic, and the whole time we keep even pressure through our feet, and that allows us to stay balanced. In this position, we can go from proud panther and then get low into what I call crouching cougar when I'm with the kids. Or you could think of it as a low ready position. But always moving up and down, thinking about keeping even weight through the feet, relaxing the upper body, and that is going to help you to ride with more confidence and more fun. Okay, my friends, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and go to my website, ridingbrave.com, and subscribe to my newsletter. I send out a newsletter every Saturday with tips on mountain biking, strength training, and mindset. Now it's time for you to get out and practice your balanced ride position.